To hear the entire broadcast and stay current with all of our shows, please visit theglobalreality.com. Click on subscribe in the top right-hand corner of the page and get your membership today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the broadcast. I'm your host, Josh Reeves. This is the Wednesday, April 11th, 2018 edition of the broadcast. I thank you for being with me here for another show. I've been working diligently on my newest film, The Spellcasters Volume 2. And, it's always the same, it's always the same thing that happens, man. Every time I'm making a film, it's just a tough thing because at the stage I'm at now, I really don't need to be doing anything except working on this film if I'm going to get it done the next month or so. Because there's just, as it stands right now, having to focus on all this other stuff too, and it's tough. And the biggest thing is when I take time away to work on a film, especially when I'm in the final stages, when I need all my focus and all my attention, all my energy towards that. As you know, during the course of making films, I always do less shows. So, that's the big problem. That's the big catch-22. That's the toughest thing, because every time I go to do that, people just, and I'm not doing shows, and everybody just treats it as if I've just disappeared or I've quit or, whatever else. They don't understand I'm working my balls off over here on this film. So we end up just, we don't get any support. So less than we already do normally. We barely scrape by. The past 2 or 3 months, we barely scraped by, and I'm just not going to do this anymore. In 2015, this was a lot of people don't know. I started this broadcast in September of 2007. And aside from just a few things, I never really put shows and stuff on YouTube, but yet, because I started uploading shows to try and, maybe get some new people in back in 2015, that immediately, in some people's minds, put me in this same category as all these other, the millions of other YouTube people out there that flat weren't there for most of the time that I've been doing radio shows and been talking about this stuff. But yet somehow I'm supposed to be held to the same rules and everything as these fucking, other YouTube people who just, new jacks that have come out of nowhere, who pay for likes and pay for subscribers and do all this stuff. And I'm just flat not going to do it anymore, man. I've been cool. I've tried to get people to support our work. We barely made it, and we can't have another month like that this month. It's just like or ever again. We've had too many of those in a row, and we're going to be at risk of losing the studio and everything else if we have another month like that. So, you probably heard the little bumper at the beginning. I've talked about this for a while, but this is it. This is, you won't be hearing this show in its complete format for free on YouTube anymore. I'll be putting up partial shows. But you can also, you'll also be able to buy the complete shows daily in our download shop where I have all the films and stuff. Now, here's how this is going to work. How you'll be able to hear the show from now on in its complete format is to either A, as I said, the bumper, go to my website, theglobalreality.com, hit the subscribe button in the top right-hand corner of the page, and it'll take you to the Podbean page where you can select your membership. You can do a monthly thing where you pay $10 a month. You can also get a subscription for 3 months. Let me pull that up and tell you exactly how much that is so you know how much each one is. $28 for 3 months, $45 for 6 months, or $80 for the year. And I know I'll put some stuff on Facebook about this, and I may have mentioned it in one of the previous broadcasts, but since this is the first official show that we're doing this, I want to give people who maybe didn't hear this previously a chance. Also on that page, underneath all of the subscriptions for the show, 1 year access, 6 months access, all that stuff, there's also the lifetime membership. And it's $500 for the lifetime membership. It says for 12 months, but basically, if you have a membership, I can go in there. I used to be able to give people set up manual accounts for people. A lot of people got accounts like that when I had deals for lifetime memberships. But they changed the software 4 or 5 months ago, and I'm not able to do that anymore. But if you already have a membership, I can go in there and I can change the length of it to extend it indefinitely. So, anyway, here's the deal. I offered this deal, but I didn't really, other than putting on Facebook and stuff, I didn't really promote it that much here on the show. So, until this Friday, 2 days. Until Friday, if you purchase the lifetime membership for $500, where you'll get the show as soon as it's posted, minutes after it's finished. It literally goes up minutes after it's finished. So if you get it in the Podbean subscription, you're getting it right as it's being done. You'll get all the past shows that are in there. And I'm also going to be throwing in downloads for life from the download shop, which means the download shop where I sell all my films and audiobooks and all that stuff. You also get, when you purchase your membership, all you'll have to do once you purchase your lifetime membership from the subscribe button at the top right-hand side of the page at theglobalreality.com, you can go to the download shop after that, pick out which ones you want, send me an email, globalrealityshow@gmail.com. Send me an email and say, hey, these are the downloads I want. I'll send you right over. And then from now on, whatever new audiobooks, new films, Spellcasters 2, whatever comes out, all you have to do after that is just email me and I'll send you. You get it unlimited free downloads from the download shop for life. On top of getting your lifetime membership. And if you think about it, I mean, if you get a membership for $10 a month, a year of that's $120. You can get a 1-year archive access pass for $80. So that's a good deal right there. But, 1 year is already going to cost you $120. You add that up over 3, 4, 5 years, you might as well just get the lifetime membership because I ain't going anywhere. So, I want to extend that. It's a really fantastic. This is a way for you to lock in all of my work, past, present, and future, and not have to worry about, subscribing to the archives anymore, or, man, I don't have the cash this week to buy the new download that just went in the shop, the new movie, Spellcasters, or a new audiobook. I don't have the money this week. You don't have to worry about that. Once you get this locked in, you'll be locked into all my work, past, present, or future, permanently. So not a bad way to spend $500. So if you want to come in at that high platinum level, become a platinum member, now is the time. Now, again, you can always purchase these memberships, the lifetime memberships, but only until Friday will it include the unlimited downloads for life from the download shop. So you definitely want to take advantage of that if you can, while you can right now, ladies and gentlemen. But if you just want to get the regular archive pass, you can go and get, like I said, $10 a month, $28 for 3 months, $45 for 6 months, and $80 for a year, which is really the best deal, unless you get the lifetime. So there it is. There's how you get it. And go get yours now so you can stay current with the show. And, even if you just get the $10 pass, $10 a month pass, that's, you're still going to be able to access the show. And, if you want to cancel it, you can cancel it. But I would say the best deal is just to get a multi-month deal. The 1 year for $80 is really the best. But like I said, I encourage those of you who can't afford to get the lifetime platinum level membership for $500 to lock yourself in with all of my work that's going to be coming out now and in the future. That's the best way to do it. It really is. I appreciate each and every one of you that have supported my work and continue to support my work. I really can't tell you how much I appreciate all your guys' help. None of this is possible without you. I can't make these films or do any of this stuff without your help. That's just a fact. And with how many people we've had listening to the shows, I mean, if everybody who listens to this show on a regular basis on YouTube went and got some kind of membership at any level right now, it would be massively huge for our work and would put us in a place where I would be able to absolutely give the film laser focus and then be done with it and then be back here doing regular shows, because like I said, it's just difficult to do regular shows and focus on working and getting this film done too, because like I said, it's two separate mindsets. And it really is like shifting the gears, going from like a lower gear and not going up through the middle gears. It's literally like going from all the way up to, a high gear and back again, which, you should never do. That literally is what it feels like. And it's just difficult. But, yeah, that's the thing, it's just, I tried in 2015, as I was saying earlier, I decided I'd start putting some shows up, and I consider this the end of a failed experiment. That's what I consider this, because all the things, so many pieces of advice that people give of what I should do with my show and how I should do it all of them are from people who don't have any fucking experience at all and have never done this and are just running on assumptions and everything else. And they've never done it. Oh yeah, just put your stuff out for free. Oh yeah, you'll get money and you'll get donations. It doesn't work. I tried that with my first couple of films. I tried that the first 2 or 3 years of doing the show, and literally, you think we are almost already go under now. It was even worse then. It doesn't work. It's a failed model. It's a bullshit model that comes from these CIA-controlled assets and these CIA-controlled radio hosts like Alex Jones and others who have unlimited funding from black budgets, who then put up this phony front and this phony appearance that if you don't give everything away and all you want to do is make enough money to just break even and keep the lights on every month and to continue, that somehow, well, you're a fake or a phony or whatever else. None of the shit that anybody said would happen from putting my shows on YouTube happened. It didn't gain me any more followers. It didn't get me more contributions to my work. My work has not has not elevated me or helped me in any way than what I already had going on with my show prior to when I started putting the shows up on YouTube in 2015. It has not. So anything in life that you can say that about, you have to consider a failed experiment, and that's what this is. I don't want the people who actually do contribute to my work and support my work, and the people who don't, they get the same thing people who do. That's not fair. And I'm sick of doing all this work and having to put real money into it and then being expected to be a philanthropist and give it all away. I'm not fucking trying to get rich here. I barely scrape by every week, every month, man. And I do it for this. Meanwhile, you got these people fucking selling Jew gold and dick pills and fucking, magical iodine, whatever. Fucking Jones and his weight gain 5,000, whatever, fucking sawdust pills. Folks, this stuff will help you get ripped right here. That's what you need to fight the New World Order. I'm telling you right now. I started taking this stuff, and overnight, folks, it was like my pecs were George Soros and David Rockefeller. I'm telling you, that's what I've named them now. I'm telling you, it's George and David. That's my pecs now. That's what I've named them. I'm ready to fight these scum. Now, see, I'm not gonna sell the dick pills and give you a Jugo cat. I'm not gonna sell the Jew gold. I'm not gonna do it. And I really, I don't know. I think I do better shows anyway when I know I'm not fucking, casting my pearls before swine, as they say. So there it is. Go get yourself a subscription. You can also contribute to our monthly operations and operating cost fundraiser. But you know what? I mean, listen. Every time I put up a show, we get to 1,000 views within the first 48 hours or so. So, I mean, if all of you went and got some kind of a membership, the $10 a month one, or paying for a year or 6 months or whatever, I mean, I haven't even done the math, but I mean, well, let's say, okay, let me look at this. I haven't even crunched the numbers on this. I kind of have, but I just want to make you aware of it, okay? Well, let me look here. All right, so let's go down first. The last 5 most recent shows here: 1,344 views, 1,345 views, 1,148 views, 1,534 views, 1,208, 1,331. So, okay, so we're at, some of these are 2 weeks old. But let's say 1,300 per show, or let's say 1,000 per show. If 1,000 of those people that listen got a membership right now, again, I haven't crunched the numbers on this, but let me look this up. Get a calculator out here. All right, let's say 1,000 people bought a $10 a month membership. That's $10,000. Do you realize that I could damn near run this entire operation for a year on that? I'm talking no fundraisers every month. I'm talking no end of the month, crap where I'm wondering. I mean, that's unbelievable. And that's just if everybody bought the $10 a month thing. Okay, so let's say, I mean, if 500 of 1,000 people, let's say, okay, most of these are 12 to 1,300. Let's say 500 people signed up for memberships today. That's $5,000. I could operate with no fundraiser for the next 3 or 4 months on that. You understand what I'm saying? But I know that there's still, even when this show, none of that's going to happen. Doesn't matter. And I see people leave these comments all the time about bitching and pissing and moaning about it. Yet they're the people that contribute everything. I mean, there's these people, you got this whole generation of people that thinks that because they have an internet connection, that an internet connection entitles them to have anything they want for free. And if you happen to be a person who says, no, I need to continue, I need to pay my bills and keep the lights on, and I need to eat and, whatever else like every other human does, then they're saying, oh, well, I don't, I mean, an internet, I got a newsflash for you. An internet connection does not fucking entitle you to get every goddamn thing in the world for free. And then you got the people that say, oh, well, you can't say, oh, you want to charge you for info. It should be free. And this, you know what? I agree with you. Info, it should, but that ain't the real fucking world, bud. I agree. But I also, you could say that about a lot of things. Is food free? No, it's not. Should it be free? Should every human be entitled to be able to have food for survival without having it locked up and locked away that you have to, perform slave labor to get? Yes. Same with water, housing, and everything else. But, buddy, that ain't the real world. I would love to have some, rich benefactor that's into finding the truth, like, like fucking Manly P. Hall had. He had this fucking rich oil baroness who fucking came to him when he was like 19 years old and said, you have unlimited funding. You can spend as much money as you want. This woman was like a billionaire even back then. Massive rich oil wealth. And she basically gave him an unlimited, a bottomless bank account to travel all over the world and find the ancient mysteries and everything. If I had an unlimited funding, if I had somebody that won the lottery or came along and gave me that, look, you don't have to worry about your operating costs every month. You don't have to worry about paying the bills. You don't have to worry about raising a measly $5,000 or $6,000 to make a film. Here it is. Dude, I would gladly give it all away. Abso-fucking-lutely, man, in a heartbeat. But if you haven't already figured out that what you want to do in life versus what you're able to do are two different things, then I'm sorry to have to inform you. So this is about survival, man. And for the past few months, have almost not survived. And look, I mean, it's a small minority of people that are bitching about this. In fact, as I said, this is not a joke. This is for real. The people who actually do donate and make contributions to my work on the regular, guess what? They've been the supportive ones. They've been the ones leaving positive comments and sending me positive emails about it. They want it to happen. It's not going to stop them from contributing in my work, but you got to understand, you got to put yourself in their shoes too. They're contributing and everybody else is getting it for free. It's not right. So thank you again to all the people out there who do support my work and have supported my work, and to all the people who have been supportive with me making this decision to end this failed fucking experiment. Now, look, I'm still going to post stuff on YouTube. We'll still have daily previews. Every time there's a show, there'll still be a little sneak preview. Not as long as this one. This one's a little longer today because, of course, this is the first one that, since we're going to no full shows on YouTube. So this one's going to be a little longer. But I'll give you a little snippet every day, and so that way people know that there's a new show, and they can know that they can either go get a membership. If you don't want to get a membership, and you just flat refuse to do that, you can buy the downloads daily in our download shop. Now, again, this is what I need to explain. Each week of shows that are in the download shop will only be there on like a 5-day cycle, meaning anytime we get, once there's 5 shows posted, once the next show is posted, what would be the 6th show, the first one in that line that was posted will be deleted. Because the download shop is not for, that's not for my radio shows and stuff. That's for the audio books and the films and whatnot. But you'll be able to buy individual shows daily for $3 out of the download shop. But they won't be archived there, so they'll be quickly deleted. You'll have to, buy it the day of or the day after or whatever, or, after a week or something you can go. But, again, the best way is just to go get a membership. Now you don't have to worry about it. And, again, if you got the big bucks, getting yourself locked in with that $500 deal to get the lifetime archive membership and lifetime downloads from the download shop, that's the way to go if you can do it. And I like to give people choices and all that stuff. What else do I have to address for we are going to get into some news. I got a fucking bunch of crazy shit to talk to you about tonight, but so this will be a longer show, but you know how it is. When you're starting something new like this, you got to come and explain all the stuff. You know how that is. Another thing that people have been asking me about is pre-orders. Been getting emails about for pre-orders for Spellcasters 2. The reason you can't find a place to pre-order Spellcasters Volume 2 because there is no pre-orders for the Spellcasters Volume 2. There's still the old link for the pre-order for Volume 1 on the website, but there is no pre-orders for Spellcasters Volume 2 because that film will not be available on disc. There'll be a few limited edition copies for some of the people that got them in the campaign contribution, the ones that we had for the film. There'll be some very small amount, limited editions made that will go to those people who contributed the amount to get those. But there will not be physical discs sold for individual. There will not be individual discs sold for Spellcasters Volume 2. The only place you'll be able to get Spellcaster Volume 2 on a disc, on DVD or Blu-ray, will be in the anniversary box set that will be coming out later in the year after Spellcasters 2 is done, that will contain all my films up to this point. Everything up to Spellcasters 2. We're going to have a lot of different packages and stuff coming out for those. We'll have more Vault flash drives available then, too, for that. There'll be more, though, once that comes out. But we'll have a bunch of different packages and stuff. So, no, there is no pre-order for that, for Volume 2. I'm pushing forward with this thing, though, man. It's really... I don't really know what else to say other than it's fucking turning my mind to mush and turning my fucking brain to mush, just fucking making it. I mean, I'm literally going to have a fucking disclaimer at the beginning of this film that says, warning, this could irreparably damage your worldview and paradigm for life. And if you're, if you're still anybody who has any sort of, hero worship in you, especially for like rock stars and, that kind of thing, well, maybe you need not to watch this film. So yeah, that's it. I guess that's all I really have to say about that. Look, just when final closing on this subject here, with me going to the no more full shows on YouTube thing. Again, this is not just about, people not supporting our work and stuff like that. That's part of it. But really, honestly, again, this was an experiment. I didn't start out as a YouTube broadcaster. I've never considered myself that. When I started out, I was on Shoutcast streams and AM and FM stations and micro FM broadcasters all across the country. I only started doing that in 2015, and, you get these people who, new jacks, who just started listening the past couple of years, and they start acting like, titty babies about it. And crybabies about it. But really, ultimately, it's really about ensuring that, the people who really want to hear my work, those are the ones that are going to get memberships. That's what it boils down to. Dedicating my entire life and giving up anything close to a normal life to do this, and just be expected to throw it out there like every other fucking idiot with with a webcam. I mean, I don't, these people that do these shows, I see this cheap ass gear they're using. It's just like, dude, I would never do that. I've never done that. Oh, you can just do a show on a cell phone. Yeah, you could, and it would be shit quality. I from day one have always used broadcast level shit, man. Because that's the whole reason when somebody suggested I do a show in the first place. Well, I said, yeah, I should do it, because I had this recording gear that I bought a few years before when I was working this job and had no time to do anything musically or recording or anything. But I had the extra money. And I was like, I'm going to buy this recording gear while I've got the money. I may not have time to use it, but one day I will. And when I do, I'll have it, and I won't have to worry about not having the money to get it. So when I started doing my radio show, I already had that advantage. I had stuff ready to go to start doing a show. But, I mean, that's what I'm saying here. If you've seen my films and my audiobooks, I mean, my whole, all of my work speaks for itself. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but the stuff that you get from my show, and people, it's not me saying this, I get emails and comments all the time. You get stuff from me you don't get anywhere else. And with Spellcasters too, there's there's stuff that will become established info and established theories that you will see people platforming on and taking as their own once this film comes out, that just flat aren't out there now. So as soon as you see Spellcasters 2 and you see the info that I'm talking about that I can't discuss now, be sure to immediately go and start searching for that stuff so you can see what I'm talking about as far as this stuff not being out there. There's so much stuff in, just stuff that nobody's put the pieces on together. Because frankly, I've been doing this for so long. I have a discernment and I have a method, and I just have a way that I go about doing this stuff that frankly nobody else has, because nobody else is me. And that's the great thing about individualism. Of course, that's what a big part of all of this stuff that we discuss on this show and in the films is about, the attack on individualism. Certainly a lot of what I discussed in Spellcasters 2 is about that.